Welcome to Jeff Jams, where we go ham, and today we're going to talk about Joker. Now, a lot of people seen this movie over the weekend, and they're trying to make a big fuss about it, saying this movie is violent, that you can't go and see it with your children, that it's going to cause a whole bunch of terror and people to shoot up theaters. And I really just think it's because, about 7 or 8 years ago in Aurora, North Colorado. In Colorado, there was a shooting in a movie theater with somebody dressed up as not even Batman or Joker. They were just dressed up as somebody, and they thought that same violence would happen at the premiere of Joker when that movie came out over the weekend, and nothing happened. And I think the media really wanted something to happen because they kept on saying it like, hey, everybody, be afraid, because if this doesn't happen, we're going to actually report it anyway and make it seem like something did happen. And that's exactly what happened today. Freaking a lot of people are still complaining about Joker, but I got to say, after seeing the movie, I don't find this movie violent at all, however. It just has a couple of death scenes, but, I mean, what movies doesn't have this? This is the Joker. I thought he was going to go on a killing spree of some sort, but that's how the media made it sound like. But I was somewhat disappointed that this movie wasn't as violent as people made it. I mean, it's just really an origin story about how Joker became Joker, but it doesn't even feel like this is the same Joker that we know from the comic books. This just feels more like a guy who just said, yo, let me dress up like a clown and go get some revenge. I don't want to tell you guys the whole plot of the movie, but I'll just give you a brief summary. Guy works as a clown, he gets fired, and then eventually his life turns into shit once he learns that his mother really isn't his mother. And the rest kind of involves the Waynes, Bruce Wayne, his family, and it also involves the police who are trying to catch him throughout the whole movie. And just the movie is just like, it's like a catch me if you can. I feel like this movie could have had Leonardo DiCaprio as Joker, and it still would have been a great film. And that's what this movie is, just a great film. It's not a superhero flick. There's no superpowers, there's no action. And somebody even said that they might go this route for the DCU. I mean, now that like freaking Justice League, sucked out loud and they probably got to reset anyway. Why not? Why even have superheroes? Let's just have normal ass people that could just do normal ass shit and make it look awesome, just like they did in Dark Knight. And that's what Joker was. It was just one big, long, realistic movie where a character is just having a bad day, and that's a comic book reference to Joker, and he was having a bad day. If you guys ever seen The Killing Joke, sorry, I burped right there, but. Ever since Joker came out, I've been watching other things by Joker. And by other things by Joker, I mean I've been watching other animated series. Like I watched the original Batman animated series with Mark Hamill voicing the Joker. And my God, he is hilarious. And this show is just amazing in general. I'm like watching this show and I've seen it throughout my whole life, but I'm watching it like it's brand freaking new. Batman the Animated Series is like an Emmy Award winning series, and my God, the writing is just amazing. Joker is amazing in that, and that's Mark Hamill's Joker, and that's the Joker that everybody knows, that or the Heath Ledger Joker. But this Joker in the movie wasn't anything like that. He wasn't a wise cackling idiot. Actually, he was cackling, but it wasn't by choice. It's because he has a condition that makes him laugh whenever he's nervous, and people take that the wrong way, and they're all like, oh, you're just laughing at me. And it's just all like, no, you asshole. Like, some people just laugh when they're fucking nervous. And it's the sad thing is that this actually happens in real life. People take that the wrong way. And just some people have just some mental illnesses, but people don't care. They still treat you like shit. So that's the fucked up thing about this movie. And I can understand if people said, oh, there's something fucked up about making fun of mentally ill people. I mean, that's what CNN is doing right now. They're trying to find any reason to shit on this movie, but it's woven into the plot, and it's not like a major setback for the Joker. However, near the end, like, he just kind of accepts the fact that he laughs a lot. And that's how he becomes the Joker, I guess. He accepts who he is and accepts all of his flaws. But like I said, I don't want to give too much about the ending. Like, let's just say that he assassinates one guy at the end, and it's very impactful. But besides that, yeah, like I said, I like the movie. I just don't think it's as I don't think it's as crazy as everybody makes it sound. This movie actually would have been a better prequel to Batman Beats Superman. Like, because it actually explains like some history for Bruce Wayne and him as a kid. And these scenes would have worked a lot better into another Batman movie. That's why I would love to see a sequel to this, still taking place in the realistic world. And I think that's when DC is at its best. When you guys actually don't try to focus on the superhero-ness and just try to focus on them as people. And then add in some superpowers. A little bit, but not too much. Basically, be like Smallville. But I'm going to be honest with you guys, like, this movie was okay, but I'm not going to be like, oh, you need to go out and see it. You need to see Joker. It's just all like, this movie was just decent enough to where it's just like, oh, this was a great film. And it felt very artsy. Like, it got a lot of awards, like, overseas and whatnot. A lot of people love it because it's just a regular-ass film with just a comic book character who happens to be in it. And that's exactly what the director said they wanted. They didn't want to make a freaking comic book movie because comic book movies are lame now. Like, after the whole MCU, and now that they took out, like, pretty much everybody, they got Spider-Man, thank God for Tom Holland. For a moment, he left, but he managed to convince them to do it again. He managed to convince Sony to actually put him back in, and yeah, I think he brought his amazing friends, and by his amazing friends, I think the Spider-Verse and the MCU-verse kind of are gonna, like, you know, be in cahoots with each other now. But that's just what I believe. I'm not exactly 100% sure about that, but we only can see in the future. But when it comes to the DCU, they said they just want to focus on regular ass movies and not try to be, you know, interconnected. They want to just do standalone movies, which I think works a lot better for the DCU. Except if they maybe wanted to do Justice League, but it's not that big of a deal. Like I said, like the most interesting heroes that you guys got are the heroes who don't have powers. Like, Superman's interesting, yeah, of course, but he has all the powers in the world. He's a flying brick. That's why Captain Marvel isn't interesting. However, Superman has characterization, Captain Marvel doesn't. It's just that in this day and age, we're just kind of tired of seeing the same superheroes. I want to see a superhero that has the same problems as everybody else. That's the reason why I like Raimi's Spider-Man. Ramsey. The original Spider-Man that came out in 2002, and then the rest of the movies like came out in the 2000s. Like, I like those Spider-Man movies because Spider-Man felt like a real person. He had to pay bills. He had to go to school. He had to work a job, and he said, "Fuck this! I'm gonna be Spider-Man and deliver pizzas," and he still gets fired. That's what sucks, but that's what makes me see, okay, this character is a believable person. Not like this Batwoman show that's coming on right now, but I'll talk about that later. I gotta watch the whole episode, but I watched the last 20 minutes when she actually became Batwoman, and my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is all over the place. I was talking about Joker, but now I'm talking about a different DC story, and that's Batwoman. But like I said, I'm gonna finish up on Joker. Like I said, it was a good movie. I don't think you guys have to see it, but if you're a fan of nihilistic revenge, and you want to see somebody who, you know, if you're a fan of Falling Down, it's a movie where a guy basically just goes to work with a gun. You're gonna love freaking Joker. If you like those type of movies, then it's a great. I don't know why they call these movies incel movies. Like, they make the word incel sound like a domestic terrorist when it really just means that you're incapable of using your penis. Which in about like maybe give it like 2 years and somebody's gonna find like a way to be, I'm offensive by freaking being called an incel. I'm a quadriplegic or a paraplegic. Basically anybody with a handicap who can't use their penis is an incel. Holy shit. But they call Joker an incel movie because he's on revenge route. But it's really just because society gave up on him. And that's how this movie is positioned, and a lot of people see it that way, and they think that's going to inspire more people to, you know, go out and act out. But Joker, he didn't do any of that in this movie, so it's not going to encourage you to go out and kill people. So go see the Joker if you really want to just have a good time and just see a really good art movie that has nothing to do with the comic books. I mean, yeah, it has a little bit to do with it, but it was more realistic. And personally, I think Joker should have had this would have made a better TV show than an actual movie. But that's all I got, you guys. I'm sweating my ass off because normally I turn off my fan whenever I'm doing this. So I'll talk to you guys about Batwoman tomorrow once I watch the whole thing. I'll see you guys later.